All right, so I'm here tonight representing myself as a concerned citizen and also as a geologist and energy researcher with the group Clean Water for North Carolina. A lot's already been said tonight about the Broad River, so I'm going to skip that and get into problems that we found with the permit itself. So with the permit itself, it only requires Duke Energy to test once a month for dangerous pollutants like lead, chlorine, and chromium. It does not mention hexavalent chromium. It also only requires once a month testing for things such as zinc and diesel fuel components. There are lax testing requirements for pH. This as well is only tested for once per month. And both elevated acidity and alkalinity in the river will harm water quality and the natural ecosystem. Common pollutants such as total dissolved solids, total suspended solids, and electrical conductivity are not required at all to be tested for. And these are very easy measurements that can be made to gauge water quality. So all this testing together, the requirements forego the need to test for pulses of contaminants after events like a thunderstorm, high rain, like tonight, or even periods of low rainfall and other climatic variations. Environmental circumstances can spike the levels of pollutants in the river at any given time. Duke should have to test for more frequently to capture representative samples during a variety of conditions, especially if climate change makes intense weather patterns more commonplace. There are no limits for how much lead Duke can discharge into the Broad River. Lead is a known neurotoxin and it should be monitored. So they have to gauge how much is released each month, but there is no limit put on it. Downstream communities rely on the Broad River for their fresh water consumption, so we should ensure lead in their drinking water remains at the EPA specified 0 milligrams per liter. This gives Duke Energy a mixing zone, which is a sacrifice zone of the river where hot temperatures and toxic substances are allowed. Hot temperatures disturb aquatic life and habitats in the river by disrupting the natural balance of the ecosystem. These hot temperatures also add to evaporative loss of the water volume in the Broad River. And this is in a drought-prone area. This lets Duke set their own testing schedules and do their own sampling. And Duke can even request that some of these requirements be waived later. If there is a big spill or disaster in the permit, it does state that Duke has to notify downstream communities and water intake plants of emergency situations as soon as possible, but there's no guarantee how soon that will be. So for these reasons, I and Clean Water for North Carolina oppose this water discharge permit for the Duke W.S. Lee nuclear power plant. Urge DHEC to please consider the environmental and public health impacts of those provisions and to reject the approval of this permit. Thank you.